Welcome to PhysEd, brought to you by Caregiver Space. Okay, so the holiday season is upon us. What are we going to do? We're going to start a diet. We're going to try to limit our eating. The reality of the situation is, let me make this very easy for everyone. You're not going to do neither. The goal here during the holiday season is not to lose weight, but it's to break even. Because if you break even between Thanksgiving and the New Year, or a week after, because of all the leftovers, and you're still in that mindset, you actually are ahead of the game. Now, you can read many statistics and data out there. How much do people gain during the holiday season? Well, it's not really cemented as far as accurate proof, but we know that anywhere between 4 pounds and 9 pounds, somewhere in that range, if you weigh yourself the week before Thanksgiving, and you weigh yourself again after New Year's, you're probably going to be in that area, in that pocket. So, wouldn't it be nice to weigh the same? So let's get right to it. First of all, don't even think about starting a diet. Here's why. If you were good at dieting to begin with, then you wouldn't need to lose weight, right? Number one. Number two, let's look at the risk and the odds of you actually trying to lose weight during the holiday season. If you can't eat properly, or you need what I call portion control during the normal course of the year, when more food is thrown at you, obviously, if you had that self-control to begin with, you wouldn't need to be losing any weight at that point. So that's why you don't want to start a diet during holiday season, because it's not really reflective or realistic of your everyday eating patterns and drinking patterns for that matter. So erase that thought from your mind. What are some things that you could do to prevent further weight gain during the holiday season? Well, the first thing you want to do is up your aerobic activity. You have two choices during the holiday season. You can either eat less, or you can improve or increase your activity level or exercise. So what you need to ask yourself is, which are you more apt to do? In other words, there are some people that are very good at following an eating plan or cutting calories through non-eating. And there are other people that would rather do it through movement. So you need to ask yourself, which are you more rather to do? Not what you like, but what are you going to stick to? I think it's easier to move more during the holiday season so that you're able to enjoy that great food and imbibe a little bit more than you normally would. So, what type of things should you be doing? Aerobic exercise. Stationary bike, recumbent bike, one that you're sitting in, like I'm doing right now while I'm speaking to you, or an upright bike, one that you're sitting straight up and your feet are going down. The elliptical, you can do some jumping rope. You can do a brisk walk, but that walk, it's important. If you're going to walk for your aerobic, make sure that you warm up, do a couple light stretches. And you have to make sure you walk fast enough in order to get your heart rate up. So, if you're not physically capable, or if you have an orthopedic or medical constraint that prohibits or hinders you from walking fast enough to get your heart rate up, I would then either look into where you can get access to a stationary bike, because then you can pedal really fast, burn calories, get your heart rate up, and that's what you want to do. You want to do some extra aerobic, 20 to 30 minutes every day, or on the days that you know that you're either going to be eating or drinking more. Because if you burn 300-400 calories in that half-hour period, plus you're going to raise your metabolism, that now allows you to take in 300-400 calories extra a day just to break even. So weight loss and weight gain is very simple. It's accounting 101. It's what you take in and what you expend. So try to keep that in mind. Some other things that you could do, fooling yourself into feeling full. For instance, eat an apple before you go out. If you know that you're going to drink a lot, try to drink a lot of water, even if you're not thirsty, because that feeling of feeling full is going to take over. You know what? Oh my God, I'm so full. I don't want to drink anything else, or I don't want to eat that much because I don't want to feel even fuller. So an apple is very good, water is very good, and you can eat some other and drink some other things too. But they seem to be the most effective as far as making yourself feel full. Here's the other thing you don't want to do. Don't skip meals during the day thinking, if I skip meals, I know I'm going to eat and drink a lot tonight. Therefore, I'm not going to gain any weight, because you're probably going to gain much more than you think. Because when your body is hungry like that and you are stressed out, which you are, as every caregiver is, whether it be mental, physical, the body will always overtake the mind and say, feed me. So the key is, if you don't starve yourself and you eat small meals during the day, then when it comes to eating appetizers or drinking, you're not going to eat and drink everything in sight. You're going to have not just the mental, but the physical control, and that's important. A lot of people make that mistake during the holidays. They skip meals all day, and then they say, I'll save it for later. But your body doesn't know what to do with 3,000 calories in one meal. It does know what to do with 1,000 calories, or 1,500 calories, or even 2,000 calories. But when you're shoving that many calories down your system, the body says, oh, I'm going to punish Bob, I'm going to punish Susan, I'm going to gain 2 pounds on them. They're going to wake up in the morning, and then you're going to do the whole thing all over again. So that's the other thing that you want to do. Also, don't forget, when we diet, meaning that deprivation of calories, that's unsafe. In other words, take your body weight, times it by 8 or 9. Anything less than that, you are depriving your body of what is called the amount of calories you need just to survive during your basal metabolic rate. And that is, if you take your weight, times it by 10, that is the minimum amount of calories that one must take in order to just function and breathe, having nothing to do with doing strenuous things, as a caregiver often does. Now, if you want to lose weight, 8 or 9, but any times your weight, and that's the minimum amount of calories that anyone should be taking in, and they should be the proper protein, proper carbohydrate, and proper fat calories as well. Those are what we call macronutrients, and no one should take any of those macronutrients away unless you're allergic to certain things. Remember, when we diet, every pound that we lose, through dieting only, not diet plus movement, 75% of that pound comes from the muscle. When we exercise and we watch our eating and we watch our drinking, 75% of that pound loss comes through fat. And remember, fat and muscle weigh the same. It's just that fat takes up 3 times the space. So if you're looking to lose weight, looking to lose calories during this holiday season, keep in mind that breaking even, you're going to be well ahead of the game. Now, I'm excited to tell you what's coming up after the new year for everyone. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating fitness and exercise programs, but mainly lifestyle programs for those people that have a specific goal. For instance, let's say you want to lose weight. Well, your program is going to be different, and should be, for those people that want to just tone. They're at a good weight, but their body ratio isn't well. We call those type of people thin fatties. They're thin based on their scale weight, but their overall percentage of body fat is over 30%, which makes them clinically obese. Or is it health issues that are going to motivate you to exercise? You have a bad knee, you have a bad back, you don't want to feel cranky all day, you don't want to have stress to your joints all day. So tune in, check out the website, of course. This is brought to you by caregiverspace.org. And remember that every day of your life you have to do something to improve the way you look, the way you feel, and the way you function, to protect yourself, and more importantly, that will be the insurance policy that you can keep taking care of all your loved ones throughout this holiday season. And everyone have a great holiday season.